Everybody, this will be part 2 of electrical drawings and symbols. So it appears that I only get 5 minutes at a time on the software that I'm using, which is okay. I can do this in 5 minutes at a time. As I said on the last one, I will number each video so you know what you're doing and they're all in order, so on and so forth, etc. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. That'll give us all a nice little break in between too. So you watch for 5 minutes, have a cup of coffee, whatever you like. As I said, let's just scroll through these symbols. I'll point out anything that are of particular interest. We'll use filament lamp from time to time, or signal lamp. In most cases, if you're drawing a lamp in a circuit, using any kind of generic lamp symbol is okay. The signal lamp symbol here, so the circle with the X in it, is probably the most commonly used. If you're just drawing a basic circuit diagram, you draw the circle with an X in it to represent a lamp, a light of some sort. If we go back to the previous slide, we'll see we've got obviously a symbol for filament lamp, one for discharge gas lamp, so that's when we talk about our high pressure sodium, mercury vapor, that kind of thing. Hot cathode tubular fluorescent lamp, gas filled, so that's a fluoro at the bottom there. Look, this stuff is that's pretty specialized. I haven't come across too many drawings where we're getting down to the detail of actually drawing in there what lamp we're talking about. So in most cases, this one here, the signal lamp, that's a fairly standard generic symbol for any type of lamp. What else do we have there? Nothing of huge amount of interest. Oh, a conductor is a line. We should have figured that out already. We need to draw lines between things to represent our conductors. These bottom types of symbols here may be used from time to time. Something like this, where you've got two conductors in a line with a circle around them or an oval around them to represent that it's a cable, a single cable with multiple conductors inside it. You might come across that in drawings of two-way lighting or something like that. So this is where it's detailing as an instruction that you're going to use a 3-core and a 2-core to do these two-way lightings. If you remember back to when we wired up the two-way lighting, you'll remember that we have to use multiple cores, so it may sometimes have instructions on how those cables should be laid out, so how many cables you'd use and what conductors would be in them when you're doing your two-way lighting. None of these are used particularly often. Generic symbols here. So these symbols are quite good. If you look at the top one there, make contact, that's also known as just generically as a switch. If you think about a conductor joining to the bottom and a conductor joining at the top, and then this broken bit at the middle there is swivel, if you like. You will open and close. I mean, you can't open and close it on the drawing, but showing that it would open and close, so you would use that as a switch. It's a normally open position. The next one, a break contact, you would use to demonstrate terminals on a contactor that are normally closed, and that when you switch it on, those would then open. The third one here, changeover contact, so this represents a contact where when the contactor is off, then the switch will be in one position, in this case on the left, and then when we switch the contactor on, the switch goes to the other position. So we can have two different circuits powered depending on whether I've got my contactor turned on and off, on or off. The rest of them are just more specialized functions for contacts. And there we have the switch, general symbol for switch. As I said earlier, that looks the same as the make contact. So if we see on this slide here, at the top we've got the make contact. We go one slide down and we have switch, general symbol for a switch is the same symbol. So that is a really important one that we use all the time. Another one here, fuse, that's a good general symbol here. the box around the line as a fuse. I would use that as a generic symbol for any type of protection usually. Again, if I'm